Assalamualaikum students, how are you? I hope that you will be fine and enjoying your vacations nicely at your homes. Students, today we are going to solve the page number 30 of your remedy pack of level 8 subject science. Students, at this page we have the question number 4, which is label parts of reflex arc. Students, we have shown a reflex arc here which has the 5 components 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to label all these 5 components or the parts one by one and also describe the important functions associated with all these parts. So we start our work with labeling the parts of the reflex arc. Number 1 is sensory neuron, which is a pain receptor. Number 2, sensory nerve fiber, sensory nerve fiber. Number 3, relay neuron. Number 4, ganglion. Number 5, motor and plate. So students, these are the 5 parts of the reflex arc which are shown here. Now we completely discuss that what is reflex arc and what is a reflex action which is associated with that reflex arc. Students, reflex arc means the nerve pathway involved in a reflex action. You can see here it is a pathway in which the 5 components are involved, and this is a nerve pathway, means from the sensory neuron to the spinal cord and moving towards the motor neuron and producing a response. Now what is reflex action which is associated with the reflex arc? Reflex action is a quick and sudden movement which does not involve the brain is called a reflex or involuntary action. Students, it's the action in which our willing is not necessary. Our willing is not involved. It takes place involuntarily. So students, like we have blinking of our eyes, sneezing, coughing, shivering, all are the examples of the reflex action. So students, how this reflex action occurs? With the help of this reflex arc, the one is a sensory neuron which is a pain receptor. Sensory neuron is a type of nerve cells that are activated by the sensory input from the environment. So the pain receptor immediately responds towards the damaging sensory input from the environment towards spinal cord. So in this way, this pain receptor receives the input from the environment, like when we touch the hot surface of any object. The number 2 is a sensory nerve fiber. The sensory neuron sends the impulse with the help of a sensory nerve fiber towards the spinal cord. And inside the spinal cord there is a relay neuron. Relay neuron is a type of neuron which is also called as interneuron. This neuron communicates between sensory neuron and the motor neuron. So it sends impulse back towards the motor neuron with the help of the ganglion. And ganglion is a collection of the neural bodies which receives messages and send them towards the motor neuron. The motor end plate means the motor nerve ending is present inside the muscle. So, motor neuron is a part of central nervous system which connect to muscles, glands, organs, etc. So, the response will be produced by this motor neuron, and in this way the reflex arc is completed. So students, I hope that you clearly understand all the parts and their associated function and the overall process. So students, we will meet tomorrow in our next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.